Hello, Dr. Jitesh. How are you?
Good evening, sir. I'm good. How are you?
All good here. So, friends, Dr. Jitesh Sharma doesn't need any introduction. He is the founder of JDS Hospital in Orissa, and he's fairly renowned as a very good teacher of Materia Medica, and he's recently written a book on Materia Medica also. Uh, so, Jitesh, tell us more about your book on Materia Medica. It's an amazing book with a lot of cases. What is your way of studying Materia Medica? And what's there in your Materia Medica book?
So, first of all, I'm very grateful that you have given me this opportunity to be on the Remedy Roundtable as well. And the second thing, regarding the book, so you were the biggest inspirational behind it, and you know everything what to say. And I'm very grateful that all your support and all your guidance, and as you promoted me to more published cases, so I was very interested to publish more about of Materia Medica knowledge, but you insisted me that you write more with practical cases as well and be original as much as you can. So that way, I was more interested to publish more practical cases, which will give example for clinical, as a clinical importance for current students and practitioners. So that way, I actually made a list of all the cases and all the Materia Medica information and the remedies. If somebody one gives this remedy, if fails, what to do the next. So basically, the whole concept was to discuss more failures rather than more success.
Yes, it is important because we all have more failures than successes, I believe.
True that, sir.
Yeah. So, Jitesh, tell us the title of your book and where can people order that book from?
Metra Medica, my journey, they can order from Amazon or they can directly order from BGen.
Excellent, excellent. So, friends, Jitesh has written a wonderful book on Materia Medica. नहीं खरीदी तो जाके खरीदो. और अब जितेश ये बात करते हैं. Tell me, what do you feel is the best way to study Materia Medica after having written this book?
I think we need to go more depth of polycrest more rather than exploring hunting more deeper remedies. We all have that kind of deeper remedies in the Mitra Medica as well. And regarding understanding, I would suggest ki, sir, we should read through basic books first, like Portrait of Materia Medica from Catherine Coulter, from Kent Lectures of Materia Medica. More of reading in depth one remedy in detailed depth. Then only you can compare with other remedies. If we keep on learning, jumping one remedy after, or you keep multiple remedies, कुछ पल्ले नहीं पड़ना मतलब you have to be very specific that today I will try to understand pulsatilla. So I would read pulsatilla thoroughly and compare with all different remedies which the remedy has been compared with, like Cilicia, Kali Sulf, Kali Mure. So all the comparison and the main remedy pulsatilla. This way you have to read ki you complete the remedy as well and the comparisons with other drugs.
True. So that's a very good way to study Materia Medica. Uh, but the problem is that when we study Materia Medica, we study one medicine and we are able to learn that remedy, we are able to remember that remedy. But after having read four remedies, the first one goes out.
Correct.
So how do you fix that? Like, because we do need to retain at least a basic portrait of every medicine to prescribe that remedy. So
Sir,
how do you build that portrait that people can remember, that you can remember?
basically, sir, practically, it is more important to understand every remedy has their own constitution and own built and own appearance. If you go through all the remedies, suppose Natrum muraticum, thin, thirsty, scrawny looking people, and if you give Calcarea carb, you see fat, chubby people. But the importance is their built, how the build is of this particular remedy is very important to understand. That's the way you can compare with other remedies as well. Now, the part of remembering the drugs. if any drug, 5 to 6 major PQRS symptoms are mugged up or understood it well, then only you can actually understand the deeper perspective of the remedy by seeing patients. Because seeing patients is also very important play in remembering the remedies. Because patient teach us Materia Medica very nicely, but only if you remember the drugs a little bit. If you don't know little bit of Materia Medica, it's very difficult to uh, understand it. So it's very important that you see more patients, because patients are the best teachers which can actually, you see a thin patient and then you can think of, okay, it could be abrotanum, it could be iodum, it could be natramur, it could be majorly because you see a emaciated patient, emaciated person standing in front of you. And then you see your mind runs through all the drugs. It might be Calcarea Fos, it might be abrotanum, it might be any other. So this work has to start when you see someone which is actually relating to the lines written in Materia Medica book. If you don't see that, it's very difficult to find out the remedies unless and until if the person says the correct symptoms.
Apart from cases, do you use repertory also to understand the remedy?
Sir, I do use, but as very less. I just took for a confirmatory symptoms. I just see repertory, nothing more than that, because I feel that repertory is an index of Materia Medica. If you are well versed with Materia Medica, then you can search anything in the repertory. And majorly what happens in repertory is like very incomplete subject, you can say. Most of the times we see many things written in the Materia Medica are absent on the on the repertory rubrics. So it becomes very difficult to rely if I search something and I don't get in repertory, but I open a Materia Medica and I'm sure that this might be a symptom of that drug, and you find it in a Materia Medica. So your trust becomes more to the Materia Medica sources rather than repertory sources. Repertory is although important, but for the confirmatory point of view, that if that rubric has this particular drug or not. Now, there could be an error that the person who has composed repertory, they might have left that particular drug, which is already mentioned in Materia Medica.
True. One more interesting thing that I would like to discuss with you is that you are one of the few homeopaths in this world who have had the fortunate opportunity to study with Professor George Vithulkar, Dr. Rajan Sankaran, and Dr. Amar Sinha Nikam, and many other stalwarts you have studied with. What has been your experience of how these people approach Materia Medica? What is the different way in which they teach Materia Medica? What are their strengths?
So, firstly, when I went to Professor, because I went in my initial days of the college, so I was very keen to learn with Professor, and I saw Professor uh, Vitholkar has been like, he has a crisp of knowledge, each and everything written in Kent lectures of Materia Medica. He has been so thorough with each and every line of Kent Materia Medica. It was so astonishing to see that he remembers everything, and he knows what to give, what to not. And then I went to the Shankaran sirs. Shankaran sirs, when I studied with him, he opened more into bogus anaptiki, more into Fatak. Because Fatak, to be very honest, it was very untouched when I went to Shankaran sir's academy in the other song, where we met for the first time, sir.
True.
There I was got exposed to this lot of other books of Materia Medica, which was very untouched. Because by the time in the college life, you stick with only Dubé, SK Dubé, or Alan Spinoat, or Boric is that just a big book. Nothing you can understand. And because in college life, there is no one like you can actually uh, explain that how to see the symptoms of boric in a patient. It was very difficult. So we wanted more of a simple understanding. So we used to read just SK2Pay or Kent. So after Shankaran sir, we went to Amar Sina Nikam, and Amar Sina Nikam, we had a great exposure with Clark Mathematica, because I saw Nikam sir follows lot of Clark understanding, more of Clark nature and more of characteristic symptoms of Clark. That in the every section of Clark Mathematica, there's a characteristics written of that drug. And I see, sir, there are so many untouched points which are not even mentioned in the sections of the body parts. It is mentioned each and everything in characteristics. And it was so astonishing to see. It was so great, helpful learning. And I I like my in my free time I usually see some random drugs. I just keep on reading some characteristics that okay somewhere I read about okay this drug was given in this particular disease with this symptom. So it was very nice to know.
Yes, great. And so now, after all these years, what are your favorite Materia Medica books to go to?
Favorite Materia sir, currently like the this Homeopathy by Blackie. Blackie was a wonderful book which has been written. Uh, and second, then you can say, sir, this Phobister. This and third, Charles Wheeler, Introduction to Homeopathy by Charles Wheeler. This was initiated by Dr. Naveen, sir. He encouraged me to read once, and when I start reading it, sir, it's so good book. Like each and everything written in this book was amazing.
And Naveen from Kolkata.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. He's a brilliant person. And Portrait of Catherine Coulter was given by my another guru, sir, Dr. Pradeep Gupta, sir. Because where the very first day I met him and he said that please go through with Portrait of Homeopathic Mathematica by Catherine Coulter. And it became one of the superb books, sir, to understand the depth of one remedy, all the polycrest remedy. The way she has brought all the pictures of the remedies, it has been so good. And the major part, the comparison of each and every lines.
Great, 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 outstanding. So, friends, we intervene here, and I would tell you that Dr. Jitesh is going to speak in the course Remedy Roundtable 2025. And if you have not yet signed up for this course, which is like once in a year opportunity to learn Materia Medica from some of the best teachers in this world, so go ahead and register. Go to hpathy.org, www.hpathy.org, and sign up for this course. It's you won't believe, not 10 of the very, very good teachers, including Jitesh, me, and none other than Dr. Rajan Sankran himself. Uh, Peter is there, and Dinesh is there, Abhishek Joshi is there, Sachendra and Bhavisha Joshi is there. So many good teachers, 11 good teachers, 10, 11 good teachers coming together. Even Jeremy Sher is there, Bipin Jain is there. We are all coming together to teach you Materia Medica. So if you have not signed up for this course, go ahead, sign up. You only need to pay 500 rupees. आजकल 500 रुपए में एक वेबिनार भी नहीं मिलता. हम आपको पूरा कोर्स दे रहे हैं 20 घंटे का मटेरिया मेडिका का विद 10 ऑफ द वर्ल्ड्स मोस्ट प्रोमिनेंट मटेरिया मेडिका टीचर्स. गो अहेड एंड साइन अप फॉर दैट कोर्स. सीट्स भर गई तो उसके बाद नहीं मिलेगी ये अपॉर्चुनिटी. ओके, great. So Jitesh, you are going to teach us Staphysagria, I believe.
Yes.
So give us a hint. Just give us a couple of hints, like what is it uh, that you find unique about this remedy?
So this remedy was more in depth. I understood with Professor Pradeep Gupta, sir. He taught me more about it by like my mother's case, and
Friends,
plus,
those who do not know, which is very, very rare, that who do not know who Dr. Pradeep Gupta is. Dr. Pradeep Gupta is the principal and director of Agra Homeopathic Medical College, one of the few homeopaths in India who run an independent IPD. You would have seen him in numerous YouTube and Facebook and Insta videos. But if you have not seen him yet, you must go to his hospital also to experience the cures that happen with homeopathy, especially with 50 millisimal scale. He's a master of that. And Jitesh is also one of his disciples. So, yes, Jitesh, tell us what you have learned from Dr. Pradeep Gupta.
so the insult, like any insult, that insult to an organ, insult. Basically, we see insult to an emotions as Staphysagria, but staph is more beyond than that. You can count that insult to any part of the body, not mentally. It could be physically. It could be any way that insult, and then any outcome or any symptoms come out. You can think of this remedy. as this remedy for today's world, it's very important because lot of the times we have so much of suppression inside, so much of suppression. We don't even express because we fear that if we explode, something wrong might happen. So, because of this anger suppression, lot of liver troubles, pathological diseases, it's been huge because of the emotional suppression. Because emotionally, so you believe lot of diseases are connected emotionally because all the mental mindset is it's connected with lot of things in our body, and when you are mentally deranged, you can see our vital force producing lot of symptoms and which turn into later on diseases. So uh, what we can do, that understanding the Staphysagria as a core and the depth, that in what perspective you should think that okay, this person is could be Staphysagria, what the life trauma happened, what is current scenario, what is going on. And he has been interestingly, staff any like any surgery, if they do, like suppose proper endoscopy, if they do endoscopy, it's kind of insult, and after that the person develops any symptoms, that's an insult, that the body didn't like. Suppose cystoscopy, or they do it catheterization, and after that he get post infection. That's an immune response to that body, that it doesn't like it. So this typical understanding has to be on a depth. That is why I chose the topic to teach Staphysagria in this remedy session, sir.
Excellent. So it's insult to the mind to about which you can't do anything, insult to your organs to which about which you can't do anything, and that leads to Staphysagria. But there's much more to this remedy, and we really look forward to learning more about this remedy from you through your cases.
Thank you,
And
sir.
amazing, amazing. We really look forward to this remedy and many more remedies with you. So, friends, yeah, again, don't miss this lecture with Dr. Jitesh. Go ahead and register for Remedy Roundtable 2025 at www.h20.org. Uh, I would like to thank you, Jitesh, for
Thank you, sir.
having a conversation on this Insta Live today. And I hope people have enjoyed this small conversation. And there is much more that we are going to discuss in your lecture. And I look forward to all of you joining in that lecture also. With this, I would like to close for tonight. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.